to do, man. Another MOBA's closing. Hi everybody, welcome to GameGorgon. My name is Krug.
I'm Indigo.
And today we're here to talk to you about Gigantic and its unfortunate closure coming up pretty soon here.
I feel like we've reported on like 30.
I wonder, let's go back before we post this and count how many closed games we've reported on in 2017
Games/studios?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be too many.
Yeah.
Here are all the video thumbnails. Oh crap, I'm editing this one. For those of you who weren't familiar with Gigantic, it was a MOBA-esque kind of third-person fighting game with some actually pretty interesting and unique mechanics. So first, the maps were very different from a normal MOBA map.
Very, very
It wasn't just a standard 3-lane jungle sort of thing. It was more organic, more fluid, a lot less rigid, a lot less like, I mean, I think it was symmetrical.
Yeah, it was one enemy, like it was basically like the core, but it was like these mythical beasts on each end. And then there was like a main central lane, and then there was like little cubbies that allowed you to go around and like kind of sneak around, but like,
there wasn't a full-blown jungle. It was primarily a single lane sort of encounter space.
The other interesting thing about it was that one of the two guardians was low at health. It would actually, both guardians would move to a smaller portion of the map, and the entire team would have to be forced over into this new location, which would like force a major team fight. Like, so it'd be a lot more hectic and a lot more quick.
Yeah.
So if you were behind, it still gives you the opportunity to succeed if you can, wrangle your team together and really push.
Yeah, it was really focused on those guardians and getting power so that they can attack one another. The goal is to kill the enemy guardian, but you had to wait until your guardian attacked it first to lower its defenses. And so to do that, you had to kill enemy players, capture camps, and like collect power globes that were kind of around. And doing all that would power up your guardian until he had enough power to attack. And then you'd go to the enemy's guardian and start dealing damage to it. It was pretty fun. I thought the mechanics were cool. I thought they were unique enough to carve a niche out for that game. The art style was awesome, in my opinion. It was like cel-shady, cartoony, like, I wouldn't say childish.
No.
It definitely playful. It was a playful-looking game.
Playful and I think long-lasting in its art style.
Yeah, definitely.
Like they wouldn't have to constantly upgrade because of a unique style.
Yeah.
I think a lot of like the tension with this game actually were very early on. So Motiga, who was the ones that created the game, they weren't able to really push the game out themselves. And then Microsoft came in and propped them up and were like, all right, you guys got this. Had a booth in E3. They were pushing it really hard. And then Microsoft kind of was like, okay, you spent all this money and you still haven't released it. I'm out. Like, it's this weird, like, we gave you all this money, it didn't work out, have fun with it.
Yeah, we're not ready for round 2.
Yeah, exactly. And so then they released it themselves afterwards. There was some major layoffs within the company, but now they have just completely canceled the game. And there hasn't been an announcement that Motiga as a whole is closing. It's just more that their only game that they had on the docket is gone.
Gigantic servers will be going offline July 31st, 2018. A couple details about that. I think the most importantly is every hero in the game is going to be free up until the servers close, starting now, which is great. So if you just want to get a taste of something unique before it goes away forever, then knock yourself out. Maybe if you're an aspiring game developer and you want something to clone in 3 years when everybody's forgotten about it, go play and take notes.
If you want to go and download the game and then create your own server so you and your buddies can play, that would also work.
That's very much not how that works. So the purchasing of in-game items like rubies and hero packs has been disabled as of now.
Because it's free.
Because it's free. You don't really need to buy anything. And aside from those two changes to the way the game works, the rest of the post that Motiga made was basically just thanking the community and explaining how much they love everybody. That's mean, but I mean, not wrong. It's pretty fluffy in my opinion. Wow, this is just. There were a couple interesting parts of the post though that weren't fluffy. Specifically when Motiga was trying to explain why they're closing the game, and they said, "The current state of the game has restricted options for further progress and relevant content updates. And delivering basic features while also fixing long-standing issues was more complicated than expected."
That's a weird thing to like say. Like, to me, it's like we couldn't afford to do the game anymore.
Yeah, it was either we couldn't afford to do it or we dug ourselves a hole with like some really terrible code that we couldn't unwind without spending too much money, or maybe we took on, like, we bit off more than we could chew, and we don't know where to go from here artistically or like creatively. It can mean so many different things.
Well, and especially because the MOBA industry, you have to constantly have new heroes and new heroes and new heroes.
Of course.
And
maybe the technology for scaling that sort of thing isn't something they're into. But here's the thing. It sounds like all of those options have one thing in common, and that is it is their fault.
Yes.
There wasn't some outside force that, oh, we ran out of money because, somebody embezzled $1 trillion or something. If Motiga ever had $1 trillion.
I know that feeling so hard.
Allegedly.
So what do you guys think? Do you think that it is Motiga's fault? Do you think that they could have done something else to make this game more popular? Or is the market just too saturated and it wasn't a large enough niche market for them?
Honestly, I think all you Gigantic fans are going to have a lot of stuff to say about what Motiga could have done to make the game more successful. So I really want to hear the answer to that question.
Yeah, and it's not like we're not blaming them. Like, I don't think any of us think, oh, Motiga, you're 100% at fault. Like, I think there's a lot of factors.
I'm not trying to call them bad. I'm just saying,
no. I just don't want you to guys go out there and be like, oh, well, you guys are assholes. You know what I mean? Like,
it's YouTube.
Yeah, you guys are going to do that
Can't
anyways.
Stop it.
While you guys are down there writing that, Krug and I are assholes, why don't you hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you guys can get notifications for the next time you can call us assholes. And, or you can just do that on Twitter. You can hit me up on Twitter at IndigoQT.
You can get me at QueueTimes on Twitter. You can also get both of us at _QueueTimes. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow. Bye.
Oh, we've been GameGorgon. We'll see you all tomorrow.
That's what we are. Yeah.
Okay.